easy. Our skeleton muscles and balance system are designed to work together so movement feels easy. When balance is disrupted by injury, poor habits, or lack of use, the body adapts. And that adaptation often shows as tension, fatigue, or loss of coordination. So this is quite interesting because the symptoms can be pain, fatigue, and low energy levels, decreased strength or coordination, poor flexibility, visual disturbances, declining sports performance, and anxiety issues, and much more. So when we talk about balance, think of your balance system like a GPS for your body. It constantly tells your brain where you are in space and what's around you. It helps you move in the most efficient way towards your goal. And it senses how fast you're moving and how your movement is changing over time. Quite important, isn't it? So, what's your balance system does? It orients you in space, guides you efficient movement, and regulates speed and timing, and keeps you upright against gravity. Our balance system constantly tells you where you are and how to move efficiently, how fast you're going, and keeps you upright. So, this is where we start. How your neural GPS works. Imagine that the central processor is your brain. And we have systems, information systems, vision, inner ear, body movement sense, and breathing. Okay? So balance is that combination of that information. So in order to improve our balance when riding, we need to have good signals from our eyes, our vision, from our inner ear, the vestibular system, from our proprioception, that is the main sense of our body, but also from our respiratory system. So balance have those 4 elements that we have to work on, right? So to improve, for example, vision, we can start doing eye exercises. And I love to make an eye exercise just for us. You can stand up, and it's super simple. You can stand up, and let's make a baseline of this movement. Okay, so let's make, just bend forward, and feel. Don't force anything, just feel how that first bend forward, the forward bend feels. Okay, you can do it once more just to remember how it feels. And come back up. Very good. Now we're going to look at the tip of our finger. Okay, and I'm going to do it first. Okay, so the exercise is to follow with my eyes going close to my nose and away from my nose. Close. If it's blurry when you have your finger closed, it's too close. So try not to see your fingertip blurry. Okay? So follow that finger out and in. A couple of times. One more. And relax. Now, let's try the same movement and let's see what happens. How was that? Was it better?
I felt like I could bring my head, like tuck my head under a lot more. I felt like coming up was a lot easier, like straighter, more correct. If you're looking at like form wise, I feel like my form was better.
And the distance, could you
Oh,
touch the ground more easily?
yeah, that's what I meant. But by tucking my head, don't usually get to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Who else improved? Don't be shy because I'm not.
Barbara gave a thumbs up.
Uh-huh. Heather liked it. Very good. So I improved. Very good. It felt less tightness. Yes, in the neck. Yes, me too. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that because we didn't warm up, we didn't do anything, right? We just made a baseline and an eye exercise, and then the movement improved. Isn't that interesting? Huh? How is that possible? Well, it's possible because our eyes are our brain, right? Our eyes are our brain. So we have cranial nerves that go directly to our spine, and those nerves improve the connection with our spine. And we can do many trials, and we will feel today. We're going to feel a lot, but this is an example of how just with an eye exercise we can improve our mobility. Isn't that crazy? Also, with the vestibular system, if we, for example, if we want to train our vestibular system, we can also move our head in different directions or in different angles, and also our mobility will improve, our balance will improve. Okay, so vision, inner ear, but we're not going to do anything to our inner ear today. We're going to focus on our proprioception. And the best way to improve our proprioception or experience proprioception is, again, let's stand up. Stand up. So let's make a movement. Let's see, just one arm up, feel that, and then the other. Okay? Also, let's jump a tiny little bit to see how it feels. You can jump on the right and on the left, and remember how that feels. Okay? That's our baseline. So we can compare. Now, we're going to tap just the right side of our body. This is my right side. You tap your right, I'll tap my right. Okay? So with your hand like this, you're going to start tapping just the right side. Okay? All the way. The neck, sides, ribs, leg, back. Very good. Okay, tap, 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 tap. Now we're going to shake the right side. Very good. Okay. Now, come back and breathe and feel the difference between the right side and your left side. I can feel the difference completely, right? Now let's check the movements that we did. On the right, lift your arm a couple of times. Now lift your left. Different, right? We can jump on the right and jump on the left. How's that? That is proprioception. We just experienced proprioception. Oh, please open your mics and tell me. Ricky, you're not shy.
He actually gave us a comment on this one. He said,
Right side.
right side.
Right side is
Yeah.
more alive. Is more alive. There's like a lot. It feels lighter, more alive,
Yes.
more awake.
Yes.
Lifting the
Yes.
left side, it felt heavy, a little bit delayed, a little bit more effort was required. So
Yes.
I'm going to have to do that for my left side before I ride today.
Of course we're going to. We're going to. Somebody else wants to tell me something about the experience? On the right?
We have Linda. She says, I have more fluidity and less stiffness. Roxy says she also has that alive feeling. Heather says she's more spacious and more able to be in that space, more fluid.
Yes. Right?
Roxy said she
Roxy?
found jumping on the left leg much more difficult as a baseline. Can we tap the left side now?
Of course, we can tap the left side now. Come, let's tap the left. Okay, so but this is quite interesting, right? How our brain, having to compare side to side, really notice the difference. So always compare, right? So let's tap our left. Just tap, tap, tap. Yes. How do we do this to our we will talk about it. For sure, we will talk about it. Okay, under the arm. Chest. Sides. You wanna talk? You wanna talk? All the way down. Lower back. Neck. And we're going to shake, 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 shake. And shake it with all directions, on all directions. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Very good. Okay. Now close your eyes and feel your body. It makes me happy, only that. Do you notice how your emotions also changed, right? Your state of mind? Feel the left one. That is amazing, right? Feel the right one. Jump on the left. That's so much better for me. Jump on the right. Both. Yeah? Good. So, Haley, comments?
Yeah, I felt it was fantastic, but this is my favorite exercise always.
I love it. I love it.
Or sorry if I spell your name, I'll say your name wrong. Orla, she says it's so, or they say it's so interesting how long the feeling lasts. Barbara says it's incredible. Heather says I could more easily jump from left to right without any pause or losing my balance.
So it's it's really one body and then another body after the tapping, and this is just tapping and shaking, and our brain connects better to our body parts. So the easiest way that I can express proprioception, first feel it, yeah, and we can improve proprioception with tapping, shaking, shearing, like this, like a little massage, sponging. We can also improve our proprioception with a little bit of tension, like this is an elastic band. So if I use an elastic band, we can use, for example, this ball has water, so it's heavier. So that is going to give a different input in our receptors. Our skin, muscles, bones, joints, and especially fascia have receptors that connect directly to sensory receptors that connect directly to our brain. So when we give those receptors information, our brain can locate that part better, and our flexibility is going to improve, our timing is going to improve, our circulation also is going to improve, yeah? Our coordination is going to improve. And we can make lots of fun things today to test different things. But what about the comments, Haley? I don't wanna jump on the next thing without hearing the comments.
Roxy just added on that on the baseline, it felt very difficult to leave the ground from the left leg, like it was heavy. And then after the tapping and shaking, it was much easier.
Yes, exactly. Okay, and how can we improve proprioception? Okay, we just experienced that. We can improve proprioception with input, but we can also improve proprioception understanding biomechanics, understanding how our body moves. And this is very important for riders. For example, I want to present to you my pelvis, our human pelvis. And when we understand that our pelvis, and let's go through this, let's go through the pelvis, okay? So our pelvis, it's a unique design. Humans are amazing. Human bodies are amazing. So let's see the parts. Let's understand, for example, that our pubic bone is not a pubic bone. It has actually a joint here in the middle. How many of you imagine the pubic bone with a joint in the middle before? Not many, right? Not many. We think pubic bone, and I used to think, oh, it's just like one bone that is there and is fixed and it doesn't move. But actually, is designed, it has two joints, one here, the little disc or the pubic symphysis, and another joint here. So it has two joints here, right? So that little detail is going to change the way we think about it. And let's experience it. Only with that example, only thinking about our pubic bone. So let's find our pubic bone. And you can tap it a little bit. Just to have a good connection. Okay, so when we walk, this happens in our pelvis, and our pubic bone has to do with that flexibility. So let's imagine when we walk and walk around, how our pubic bone is moving and is getting, those joints are really helping me in my walk. How was that?
Right.
First is very interesting, right?
I think we should experience if it didn't move.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Sorry, I said I think we should.
Haley, I didn't hear you.
I said we should try and experience it if it didn't move, and see the difference.
Oh, yes, of course, we will. But did somebody
Oh, here we go.
feel better? Yeah, so interesting.
Barbara says it's so interesting to see how the movement is relevant to all movement.
Of course, because that is happening when we are in the saddle, right? Even though we don't understand or notice that it's happening. Okay, so now let's try the image of stiffness, or just one bone that doesn't move. Okay, so think about like a plate, like that bone has no movement, and go for a walk. Think about it. Who wants to? Aha! What happened? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore.
It looked like I had to run to the bathroom.
Exactly. And it was not comfortable, right?
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So unpleasant.
Oh, so unpleasant. So welcome to our world, right? Before you didn't think about it. Now you know that that is aha.
I was 2 years old.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I know it's weird to talk about our pubic bone, but we're going to talk about sit bones, we're going to talk about muscles, we're going to talk about pelvic floor. So let's get very normal, let's normalize those parts, okay? So you see how only with the understanding of how a joint moves, the movement gets better, right? So we need to understand that, because our joints have lots of mechanoreceptors. And when we understand and when we give that joint or any joint more information or the input, our brain really works and appreciates that movement. So let's go back to walk, let's go back to the positive image, okay? So think about that pubic bone, really easy. Like, can you imagine that is moving and sliding, and the joints are very happy, and it's easy to move, and it's opening and closing, and it's just so nice to move and walk. Totally different experience, right? Yeah, and during my classes, we're going to explore the whole pelvis, right? And how important the pelvis, understanding the pelvis is because our pelvis is going to be the main connection from our upper body to our lower body to the horse, right? It's the connection to the horse. So when we understand really how our pelvis works, how the joints work, and how the tendons, muscles, and the biomechanics of with the spine and the legs work, we're going to improve the way we sit on the horse, of course. Any comments, Haley?
We have Ricky said he kept keeping his fingers on the front bony points, the ASIS, to feel the changes of each side on the pelvis while walking.
Very nice. Love it. Love it.
And then we have Heather who said there's an echo of the same movement within her whole legs overall. Interesting.
Yes. Interesting, right? So interesting. I love this. I love this. And let's see another way of improving proprioception. So let's move our shoulders. Just feel your shoulders, roll your shoulders back and feel how that movement feels today. So let's rate it from 0 being very bad to 10 being the best. Haley is in 4. I'm about 6. It's not bad for me. Heather is 4. Oh, somebody's 10. Roxy is 3. Oh, Linda is 8. Very good. Very nice. 9, Ricky. Good. So you're feeling good. Very good. All right. So we have that baseline. Remember how that felt. Okay. Again, we need to compare. We always make a baseline. Okay. Now, I'm going to just give you some cues and you're going to do the exercise and I'm going to just roll your shoulders back. And oh, these shoulders are so heavy. Oh my God, this is so boring. Oh, this is stupid. Oh, I don't want to move my shoulders. I don't want her to ask me to move my shoulders one more time. Oh, I'm so tired of, oh, my shoulders are so tight. Oh my God. Oh, I cannot move the shoulders anymore. Okay. All right. How was that? How the negative talk. Ah! Yes. Ah! How the negative talk really can influence our movement, right? Less nice, of course. Of course. Do not recommend. That gave me a lot of discomfort down to the left side. Yes, I know. I didn't want to do it. Okay, so compare to the baseline. You see how that negative talk really decreased the quality of the movement. Like I felt like tight and I couldn't do it, right? So how many times, and we do this to ourselves a lot. We have a negative self-talk, especially with writing. And if the instructor also is cueing you in a negative way, that will also interfere with the quality of the movement. So we as an instructors have to be very careful, and as a writers have to really be, we have to be aware of how are we talking to ourselves when we have a little bit of problems or challenges with a transition or with an exercise, right? Because that is going to happen, right? How much do we talk in a negative way to our horses, to ourselves, right? We will never say those things to someone, but we say it to ourselves. So let's do it in a positive way, okay? So again, let's fix it. So move your arms back and feel how light and easy that is. Breathe, and you can imagine that, let's give it an image. You can imagine that your shoulders are clouds that are just bouncing and coming up, and the air is moving those clouds. And just breathe and move softly. And this is so easy and so pleasant and so good for me. This is so good for my back and my shoulders and my neck. And I can feel how this is so much better now. How was that? Same movement, different talk, right?
I had like a super crunchy right shoulder to start with. None of that at the end.
Not of the end. And this is, but you have your own ideas, you have your own thoughts, you know what you like, because we can put many different images, positive images, all right, in our to work different parts of our brain. For example, the same exercise, very easy. And now think about, I like, for example, warm lavender oil. And I want to imagine that I have this massage going on in my back, and the warm oil is warming up my muscles, and I can smell the lavender. Oh, this is good. All right. That can be an example. All right. What else, Haley? You have lots of images.
Well, we have the lovely dish soap image of the scapula. So while you're doing this
exercise, while you're doing that,
like that nice soapy water. I always add in with the lavender is like the more you massage, the more you can smell it, like the more it enhances. Like
yes, because you can smell it. Yes. So those are ways that we can improve movement, improving our proprioception, right? Fascinating how simple that it. Yes, it's free. Yes, it is free. You don't really need anything to improve proprioception. We just need, you can use actually, for example, if you don't have a ball, you can use roll towel, or you can use your fist if you want to put a little bit more pressure. You can massage in different ways. Like there is so many things, and understanding biomechanics, visualization. Yes, our brain gets the coordination, the flexibility, and the quality of movement better. Okay. Any comments? What was interesting? What do you like? We can have a little chat. Let me put gallery. Yeah. Okay.
For myself, I know that I'm a very...
I'm going to jump on here quick.
Go ahead, Roxy.
Yes.
Sorry. Thanks, Haley. So I had a riding accident about 1.5 years ago and had a brain injury. I had a brain bleed in my left frontal lobe. And proprioception is something that I've struggled with ever since that fall. And particularly when I'm riding, I often feel very unbalanced and like I can't get weight into my right leg. And so these kind of exercises are really interesting and quite helpful. And I feel like I should have been doing them a long time ago already.
Yes, yes. Are you going to be able to go to the summit? To the summit, yeah.
Yes. I'll be there. Absolutely.
Okay, good. I'll see you there and we will work because when we had an injury, when we had an accident, yes, of course, the connection, our brain is so smart, right? Our brain is designed for survival, right? So when something happens, our brain actually makes us move less. So we have to improve because it's protecting that part of our body. So we have to improve the proprioception in order to prove to our brain that we are okay again and that we can go back to moving, right? So that would be great if I can see you there. Someone else?
Barbara says it is the brain-body connection that is super interesting. I know I tend to overlook how fundamentally important it is.
Yes. And as a writers, when we understand this and when we work on our proprioception writing, because we can work when we are on the horse. Of course, we can work off the horse, but this is the beautiful thing about this embodiment, biomechanics, embodied biomechanics. We can do it on the horse, with the horse, because every horse has a different rhythm, has a different gaits. Yeah, they have a different nervous system as we do too, right? We cannot, our nervous system is unique. My nervous system is a collection or recollection of all the injuries that I had, my diet, my age, my hormones, my experiences, everything. So I cannot compare my body to Hailey's body because her nervous system is totally different. And that's why this is so valuable, because we can adapt for your nervous system how we learn better and how we can access movement better on the horse. So we are able to coordinate our movement with the horse.
I think it's also super surprising how much, or if you don't realize how important proprioception really is to your riding until you apply it in the saddle. Like, I mean, we had a lesson just last week where we went through shoulders for a whole hour because it was like I was stressed, obviously, and we were just kind of going through the shoulders and the way that the horse changed its movement, the ability for my horse to get off of her forehand, the ability for my horse to be able, like, pick up different aids a lot easier, and then also to relax.
Yes.
Her, like, obviously our horses are mimicking what we are doing in the saddle, and we're obviously showing tension in areas that our horses are developing attention in their bodies. So by helping us, we're helping them.
Yes, and we as riders, we're so obsessed with our horses, right? The technique, everything, but we need to understand that our feel will help them. If we learn to feel better, it's going to improve their lives so much. That's our responsibility, to improve our feel. How do we move in the saddle? How do we feel? How we improve our feel? Because it's a dance, right? It's not the same to dance with someone that is really good at dancing. And our horse can be the best dancer, but if we are not in sync, if we are not allowing our body to coordinate with his body, we're not going to be the best partners for him to dance. So we can improve ourselves.
Roxy says proprioception is something that she spends a lot of time working on with her equine patients, but it's never something she's thought of focusing on herself.
Yeah, and that is our secret weapon as a writer. As a writer, that's our secret. You're going to change the way you understand writing when we go deep into the proprioception and the embodiment of the writing, of the biomechanics.
Yeah, that was great. Oh, thank you so much for that. I definitely feel a lot looser and a lot happier. I haven't done my movement for the day, so
Yes.
it was definitely super helpful for me. If if anyone wants to comment about it,
Yes, please.
but yeah, otherwise we will be at Ale is going to be at the symposium doing her demo on the 9th, and then you'll be giving one-on-one sessions for the 4 days after that. So one-on-one sessions are on the horse and are going to blow you away. I honestly feel the chain, it's like you can know exactly what you need to do on your horse, but then there's this miscommunication between what your leg is doing and what you think it's doing. And there's just, you can get I personally get very frustrated if I can't get those two things to work together. And this has just been the needle in the haystack to that problem.
Yes. Thank you, thank you. Before we go, can we read the comments?
Yes, yeah.
We have many comments. I'm excited.
So Barbara says, thank you so much, Ale. It's so interesting. Heather says, breathing much easier overall, much more spacious. Orla says,
Good.
I am going to try this before I get on my horse tomorrow. Please do.
Please do.
And then Adri says, thank you, Haley and Ale. Heather says, and yeah, I'm going to bring this to my lessons with my clients and their horses. I want to explore how to bring this to the horse themselves.
Yes. Oh,
Really obvious.
no, I am not a psycho. No, I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not.
But you've been in the fitness industry for how long?
Oh my God. I have been in the industry, in the fitness industry, movement industry for many, many, many years. Many years. I don't want to say how many. More than 20, almost 30, almost 30.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she's a Train Your Steed faculty member. So she's really been going with the biomechanics and Franklin method. So she's really been through all the fascia, all the bones, all the muscles for very many years.
And I love movement. I really want to improve how we move in the saddle and how we communicate to ourselves, to our horses, to our clients. I think that is my passion, how to change the cueing, because a lot of cueing in our industry are anatomically and biomechanically incorrect. So that is part of my it's really a passion. It's what is in my brain all the time.
And then we have Linda that says, thank you so much for such an informative and useful seminar. Going to use this in my daily parts of my life.
Yes, please, because it's not only when we ride, it's not only for riding, it's for every day.
And I think a good add to that is the more that you use it, the better it gets. So if you do end up using this all the time, you're just going to feel it, or it's going to come a lot easier to you in the saddle.
Yes, it's neuroplasticity, right? So when we experimented something new, we built a path, and those parts are going to get stronger the more we put layers. It's layers and layers. So your experience is going to get better and easier all the time.
And Desiree, Desiree, I'm going to go with Desiree, says, thank you so much. Very interesting. Carl says, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and can't wait to see you when you're here.
Me too. I cannot wait to be there. But thank you, Haley, and thank you. And I hope you had a great day. Breathe, be grateful. Remember, positive self-talk. It's a huge tool to our movement. So start practicing and tap yourself also a lot.
Okay, bye guys.
Thank you.